Hello. This is a small tutorial on how to create a material library inside of Houdini for any render engines, including Redshift. And yeah, I wanted to show you how you can make such a thing like a material library that you can use across um, any project. Because in the last, I guess, 4 months, I saw frequently that there were people who don't know how to do that, and maybe they struggle a bit in that. And so I will show you how I create a material library, and I think it's fairly easy and it's really fast to do. So what we see here is a basic scene with a sphere. Currently there's no material on it. And yeah, let us say I have create or I wanted to create a material library. It's really fast to do. So what you do first is you create a material network inside the OBJ context, and you can call it, maybe I need it, or I will name it metals, for example, and hopefully yeah. And the next thing we need to do is to pack this into a subnet, and we call that to metals or metals, whatever. And then we create a digital asset from that. So we select this subnetwork and go to assets and new digital asset from selection. There a context menu will open and you can give a name for it. So I call all my assets Alex and then underscore and so on. And the important thing is you need to change the save to library path. That's important because when you don't do that, you will eventually lose all your assets and HDAs when you upgrade Houdini or when you switch to another version or to another computer, because this will would be stored in the default shelf tool set, and that's not what we want. We want that to have an individual OTL. So what you can do is simply you go to a folder you want. I can go to download, for example, and you name it like you want. Alex Metals, for example. I already have one, so I will overwrite this. You call it that, and this makes sure that you can reload the file as you need. So you click accept. Then that's very basic. You can drop some parameters, but that's not what we need now. So you can leave it with that and hit apply and accept. That means I can go inside and I can drop a new Redshift material there. We can name it maybe copper. So we go there and hit material, add material, surface, and we choose to the preset copper. Now we have a copper material, so you can check it inside here and go there and test it like that. And yeah, we have copper with no environment, so the only thing, okay, we can add an environment maybe. No, that was the wrong one. We take the light dome and we need HDR, and I grab that one. So now we have a copper material. So that's a 4K rendering. Maybe it's laggy, I hope not. So that's the copper material, and then we think, okay, that's what we want. We want to save that. So in every time when you change this asset, you need to save the asset. And now it's saved. And when you make sure that you don't want change the asset in an instant, or when you don't want to have trouble, you lock it down. So you lock the material. That means the material is now locked, will load a lot faster, and will still rendering, and you can still access it. So, and let us say in 2 hours you have another scene and you like to add a new material to it, or maybe you need to change the material database or have a completely new scene. When you saved it that way, you only need to go down. Oh, what's happened? And you will have a new digital asset, means matte metals. You can drop it there, and now you have it back. When you completely restart Houdini, you maybe don't have this digital asset section here. That means you first need to add this HDA to your scene, or you can add it permanently to your entire Houdini. So it's up to you what you do. And yeah, then you will change the path to where you have stored it. Maybe here, grab it there, and here it is. Install and create. Here you can do that way. So, and you can drop it multiple instances of it. But what happens when you want to add a new material to your library? The first thing that you need to do is to select the object, go there and unlock the asset, dive inside and create a new material. Let us say we want to have gold now. So we grab a new material, change to the gold asset, and the first thing we need to do is now to save the asset and to lock the asset, and then we'd be safe and can choose the new material. So we can dive down, change the gold, and here we have it. Bam! Now we have gold material. Or maybe we want a synthetic version of plastic. We can create a new material database. For example, we can create a plastics library, so we name it matte plastics. Create a new subnet, call it matte plastics. Create a new asset from it, Alex matte plastics, blah blah blah. New path. We change it here to plastics. Hit accept. Yeah. Apply. Oh, however, I think it's added. Yeah. And here we have matte plastics. And now we have no material inside, so that's no problem. We open it, so we unlock matte plastics because we have selected it. And then we go inside, create a new material. And add a plastic material. Maybe we make it very dark. Maybe that. So, wrong naming convention. Matte plastic blue. Okay, we tinted a bit blue. Maybe there. Maybe that way. So, now we have blue plastic. So, we dive up and we save the plastics and we lock the plastics. So our asset is now safe. We can delete that initial thing and can change to the new plastics material, plastic blue. And here we have it. So that's fairly easy, and every time you need the new material, you only need to do you load your HDA, you add it to your entire Houdini scanned library system or specific to your file, and be able to use it. And you can, like I've said, drop multiple instances of it. So you can drop another one, or like you want. That's very easy and very fast. So however, I have another nice addition to this tutorial. I recently found or get shared a script to load Redshift materials very fast into Houdini. And I will share that open source script too. I got it from the Redshift Discord, and it's very easy. So when you edit the tool and look in the script, yeah, it's very basic for guys who already know how to do that. I added some stuff like color coding and the height maps and some additional things to it. So yeah, you can take it and edit it so it fits to your needs. And yeah, so it will work like that. You hit the button. Oh, nice. You hit the button and nothing happens. Oh, that's the wrong button. Oh, my bad. So you hit the shader mat system, like you call it, and you have to choose a directory. And the directory you choose is exactly the directory where your material maps are stored. So in that case, it's the it's a substance tutorial based material, very detailed, and I like to drop it into Redshift so that it will work. So the only thing you need to do is to go to the directory, deserts, bedrock, and you need to mark the specific folder, and then you hit accept. And here's the problem. What's happening? What? My bad. Important not to select anything, I guess. Yeah, that's the problem. It's important to not select anything. So, and now you have the material in the material network, and it will look like this. All the textures or texture inputs are marked green, the material is marked red, the output is black, and displacement is blue. And you have some color corrections behind that, in case you need it. And yeah, I'm sorry, my voice is not good today. And yeah, I already set the displacement scale to 0.1, and in the normal node is currently flip normal to Y direction active, which is important when you use Redshift materials inside of Redshift. And there is another thing that you need to know. When you output a texture in Substance Designer with the DirectX shading system, you need to turn the scale normal to -1. When you use it like you should use it in the OpenGL space, like most renders are working, you leave it at 1. So this material, the desert material, is a DirectX material, so I turn it to -1. And then the only thing to do is to apply it, or maybe copy paste it. I have a specific way of texturing, so I dive down, create a material network inside of the object, which has the advantage that when you want to save the asset to HDA, you have all the materials inside. You don't need to check in the material palette. I personally, the material palette is completely waste of space because not needed. It's really, I don't know why I have it. It's not needed. So that's the better way to go. So, and here we can copy paste it inside. So, and then, oh, we choose it to this one. There's also something that a lot of people miss. A lot of people do that. They put a null at the end and call it render. Sometimes, I don't know why, but sometimes Redshift has problems with that. Especially when you use proxies or other stuff. So the right way to go is to use output. The output is the render output, and that's the way to go. That also helps when you create a HDA. So keep that in mind. And yeah, we have applied the material, and now we only need to hit render. And now the textures will be converted to the proxy file, and here we have it. All the displacements, everything is there, and the material looks like the material should look like. All the normals and everything looks correct. Yeah, really nice. So that's the little helper script. I will drop a text file on my Gumroad. On my Gumroad profile, I will upload it as free content, and I will drop the script into a text file. So the only thing you need to do is to grab the text file. Maybe I create the text file here, new document. It will come like this, and you copy paste it, and you create a new shelf tool, and you drop the text there and hit apply, and here you have it. It should work exactly the same. So unselect everything important, hit there, and maybe we took the sand rocks today, and there we have it. So yeah, it is live. Oh, wrong directory. Why is this here? It should be there. So, and in the material, now we have it here. This was only basic material, so the naming convention is important when you use it. This is important that you have a proper naming convention so that the script will work, because the script is looking for specific endings like metallic, height, base color, normal, roughness, and so on. So when the material, I guess, here's nothing. Okay, it was the wrong one. Tunes, maybe tunes should work, but I have multiple instances from that. Yeah, so it's basically up to you, but it should work. So this was it. When you have questions, leave some comments in the comment section, and I hope this small tutorial will help everyone in the task to create a material library. It's really easy, and I guess everyone can do the same. And it works also for every render engine inside of Houdini. And yeah, I wish everyone a nice day and have fun with Houdini. Bye.